When Grandmaster Ulrich heard this, he set out to find a suitable place to meet the enemy in the southern forest and lake region before the invaders could ravage the farmlands in the river valleys. Both commanders showed remarkable discipline, advancing toward one another cautiously. King Władysław was a naturally calm and controlled personality, maintaining poise throughout the campaign. He didn't drink, and his love of hunting meant he was at home in the lightly inhabited forests. Władysław obtained intelligence that a road existed toward Osterode, which might allow them to bypass the Grand Master's fortified position. The Polish king hoped to lure the Teutonic Knights east. When Ulrich heard that the invaders had moved as far as Gilgenberg and had torched the city, he was enraged. He decided to leave his strong position and make a quick night march with the hope of achieving a surprise attack. The two armies finally met at the fields between the villages of Grunwald and Tannenberg. So far, the Grand Master had achieved his aim. He'd brought his army upon the Poles and Lithuanians without warning, but he'd wasted his advantage. A night attack launched immediately might have overwhelmed the Polish king's unprepared troops. Instead, the Grand Master waited until dawn and withdrew from his initial line to allow the Polish cavalry to advance forward. The Grand Master hoped to lure the Polish knights into attacking first, thus allowing the Teutonic cavalry to disrupt Władysław's formations with one of their famous counter-charges. Instead, the Lithuanian cavalry executed an attack, followed by a feigned retreat, which drew the Crusader auxiliaries into a premature pursuit. Concealed Polish knights sprang onto the pursuing Crusaders, who then themselves fled, while the Lithuanians and Poles drove straight into the disordered Crusader ranks. This was a critical moment. The Teutonic lines were disrupted, but the day wasn't yet lost. The Grand Master probably should have commanded a general withdrawal to preserve his army and regroup. Instead, he gathered his brother knights and launched a charge straight at the Polish center, hoping to threaten the king. It was characteristic of Ulrich to bet everything on a single heroic charge. His gamble failed. Vitutus reinforced the Polish king's cavalry, surrounded and crushed the Grand Master's attack. There, Ulrich and many of his high-ranking knights went down in a bloody, ferocious brawl. With the Grand Master dead, the Teutonic army collapsed into a panicked rout. The Poles and the Lithuanians pursued and cut down what remained of their enemy.